It was a typical London morning, bright but blustery, when Sam Heughan appeared on Instagram, dressed in a bold red My Peak Challenge t-shirt. His energy as unmistakable as ever. For his millions of fans, the post seemed like another cheerful update from the Outlander star. But as the video played, it became clear that this was not just another casual message. Sam was about to drop news that would send ripples of excitement through his global community of followers, and even draw a surprising reaction from his longtime co-star, Caitríona Balfe. Good morning from sunny yet blustery London. Sam began with his familiar grin, the camera catching him mid-stride as he got his steps in. Almost immediately, he gestured to the MPC logo emblazoned on his chest and delivered the headline. Join us for this year's At My Peak Challenge Step Challenge celebrating 10 years of peaking. The announcement was more than just a new initiative, it was a milestone. For nearly a decade, My Peak Challenge, MPC, has inspired people around the world to set goals, push their limits, and give back to meaningful causes. What started as Sam's vision of combining fitness with philanthropy has blossomed into a worldwide movement. Over the years, the community, fondly called Peakers, has raised more than $7 million for charity, planted over 700,000 trees, contributed meals to food banks, and supported causes from ocean conservation to the World Wildlife Fund. This year, Sam revealed, the challenge would be particularly special. Participants would virtually walk the 10 highest Munros mountains in Scotland, symbolically celebrating the 10-year anniversary of MPC. You can do it wherever you are, Sam explained enthusiastically, encouraging fans to lace up their shoes, join the challenge, and most importantly, flex their support for Blood Cancer UK, the primary charity partner for this year's event. The video struck a chord. Thousands of fans flooded the comments with messages of admiration and excitement. One supporter wrote, "What a lovely scenic route to walk. Enjoy." Another gushed, "Good morning, coach. Great to see you getting your steps in." Others proudly shared that their MPC t-shirts were already on the way, eager to wear them as a badge of honor. The comments painted a vivid picture of a community deeply invested not only in Sam but also in the values he represents: generosity, determination, and hope. But the most surprising reaction came from someone much closer to Sam, his Outlander co-star and longtime friend, Caitríona Balfe. Among the thousands of likes, fans quickly noticed her name. Caitríona's silent but unmistakable show of support for Sam's announcement instantly set social media abuzz. While she had often praised his philanthropic efforts in interviews, her personal acknowledgement on the post carried a different weight. For fans who follow both actors closely, it was a moment of connection that felt both intimate and symbolic. Speculation swirled. Was Caitríona simply showing support for a cause she believed in? Or was her reaction tied to something more, the timing of her own startling revelation that had recently shaken the fandom? The juxtaposition was irresistible. Sam's uplifting message about community and resilience landing just as Caitríona's personal news left fans stunned. The narrative practically wrote itself, and soon enough, Caitríona shocked became a trending phrase among Outlander followers online. As the video continued, Sam outlined the impact MPC had made over the past decade. His voice carried a mix of pride and humility as he recounted the milestones: virtual walks to the moon, global challenges completed by peakers in over 100 countries, and a legacy of giving that stretched far beyond fitness. His enthusiasm was contagious, and it wasn't long before fans were sharing their own stories of how MPC had changed their lives. Yet behind the smiles and encouragement, there was also a sense of awe. How did one man manage to juggle so much? Beyond MPC, Sam was preparing to step onto the stage at Stratford-upon-Avon in the Royal Shakespeare Company's production of Macbeth. He was also busy promoting his Sassenach Spirits drinks line and gearing up for the release of his new book, The Cocktail Diaries, a spirited adventure. And yet, even with such a packed schedule, he continued to dedicate himself to charity work that had already transformed thousands of lives. By the time the video ended with Sam's cheerful reminder, "Get one of these t-shirts, get your steps in, and don't forget to flex for MPC. See you this September," The excitement had reached fever pitch. Fans didn't just see an actor. They saw a leader, a mentor, a man whose passion extended far beyond the screen. And as Caitríona's quiet acknowledgement lingered in the minds of viewers, the stage was set for a story even bigger than the MPC challenge itself. The excitement of Sam's announcement, coupled with the intrigue surrounding Caitríona's reaction, left fans desperate for more answers. What did her shock truly mean? And how would Sam's next steps, both literal and metaphorical, shape the narrative of his life beyond Outlander? One thing was certain. The conversation was only just beginning. Sam Heughan's announcement about the 10th anniversary of My Peak Challenge, MPC, was more than just a call to action. It was a reminder of how far both he and the movement had come. What began as a simple idea, a fitness challenge that would also raise money for charity, has become an international community that embodies resilience, generosity, and connection. For Sam, it is living proof that an actor's influence can stretch beyond the screen and into real lives around the world. The MPC story is remarkable not just because of its achievements, but because of the way it reflects Sam's own values. Year after year, he has pushed himself and his community to reach higher, to move farther, and to make a tangible difference. Over $7 million raised for charities. Hundreds of thousands of trees planted. Meals distributed at food banks. Support for wildlife conservation and ocean protection. These are not just numbers, they are legacies that ripple outward. Fans who once joined simply to get fitter now describe MPC as life-changing, a source of strength during illness, grief, or personal struggle. And through it all, Sam has been both the face and the driving force. It is little wonder then that Caitríona Balfe's reaction to his announcement struck such a chord. Her simple gesture of liking the post carried layers of meaning. To outsiders, it was merely a supportive click. But for longtime fans of Outlander, it symbolized something larger. Two co-stars whose professional partnership has always been underscored by genuine respect. The phrase, "Caitríona shocked," may have been amplified by tabloids, but in truth, her support was hardly surprising. She, more than anyone, has witnessed Sam's tireless commitment, not just to his craft, but to the causes he believes in. The juxtaposition of Sam's uplifting update and Caitríona's own startling revelation created a dramatic backdrop that fans could not ignore. As discussions spread online, it became clear that both actors had reached points in their lives and careers where their choices resonated beyond themselves. Their announcements, though very different in nature, revealed the weight of carrying fame while still staying authentic. Yet even amid all the noise, Sam's message remained steady. MPC was about community. It was about people from different backgrounds, cultures, and countries walking together, virtually or in spirit, toward a common goal. "We've walked to the moon, we've walked around the world," Sam reminded his followers, his words equal parts playful and profound. This year, with the symbolic challenge of climbing Scotland's 10 highest Munros, the mission was both a celebration of the past and a step toward the future. That future, for Sam, is filled with more than just fitness and philanthropy. Even as he rallied his community online, he was preparing for one of the most significant artistic challenges of his career, stepping onto the stage of the Royal Shakespeare Company in Macbeth. For an actor who has already conquered television screens, this was a chance to prove himself on one of the most prestigious platforms in the world. Starring opposite Leah Williams as Lady Macbeth, Sam's return to theatre signaled not just versatility, but bravery. Taking on Shakespeare's most famous tragedy is daunting for any actor, yet Sam approached it with the same determination he brings to every challenge, whether scaling metaphorical mountains with MPC or facing literal ones in Scotland. And that duality, between the charitable leader and the dedicated artist, is what makes his journey so compelling. Alongside MPC and Macbeth, Sam continues to expand his entrepreneurial endeavors. His award-winning Sassenach Spirits has become a recognized brand, celebrated by fans and critics alike. This autumn, his new book, The Cocktail Diaries, a spirited adventure, will invite readers into his personal journey through the world of craft spirits, blending recipes with stories that reveal yet another side of his personality. For fans, Watching Sam balance all these facets is inspiring. He is not just the rugged Highlander from Outlander, but a multifaceted individual: actor, philanthropist, entrepreneur, and writer. Each announcement, each project, is another reminder that his story is still unfolding, and that he is determined to shape it on his own terms. Caitríona's reaction, then, becomes more than just a passing headline. It is a symbol of admiration, perhaps even awe, at the sheer breadth of what Sam continues to take on. To be shocked is to be reminded that he is not standing still, that he is constantly evolving, reaching higher, and challenging both himself and those around him. As fans rally behind the MPC Step Challenge, prepare to see him on stage as Macbeth, and toast his ventures in spirits and storytelling, one truth stands out: Sam Heughan's journey is not defined by a single role, but by the way he turns each new chapter into an opportunity to connect, to inspire, and to give back. In the end, his exciting update was more than just a fitness challenge. It was a call to action, a reminder that change begins with one step, one choice, one act of courage. And as Caitríona's reaction showed, even those closest to him can still be surprised by the scope of his vision. For Sam, the toughest mountains are not just the Scottish Munros he invited fans to climb virtually. They are the metaphorical peaks of art, business, and personal growth. And judging by the passion with which he continues to ascend them, there is little doubt that he will keep surprising the world, one bold step at a time.